Cute. There you go. Hello, hello. Just gonna wait for everybody to connect to audio. All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning or good evening for some of you. Welcome. So today we have a Getting Involved at Waterloo workshop with Lucky and I. So we're just going to let you know all the opportunities available to you all across of the campus at the University of Waterloo, just to see what's out there for you and available if you decide to come to the University of Waterloo. Hello, Sylvester. All right, let's start. So first off, we're going to start with Renison.
Yep.
All right, so as you know, at Renison, there are a number of amazing opportunities available to all of our ELI students. So one of the biggest ones is the Conversation Partner programs. So this is for students who are looking for some one-on-one practice for their conversational English. Every term, the Renison International Office offers this Conversation Partner program, and it pairs English language learners with a native English speaker. So they become your conversation partner and even a friend for the rest of the term. And you meet with them once a week outside of the classroom to chat, practice your English, learn more about Canada, get advice, whatever you'd like. We also have living learning communities at Renison. So Renison's residence is home to a number of living learning communities, including the SDS, Social Development Studies, WALC, which is the Warrior Academic Leadership Community, and the BASE, which is Bridge to Academic Success. So living learning communities are an academically supporting living arrangement where students are grouped together in clusters and are residents. So your friends, roommates, and classmates are all rolled into one, which means you'll get the best of both worlds. Most likely for most of you, it would be the BASE living learning community where a lot of your classmates from ELI would be with you on your floor as well. We also have student leadership programs, which we're going to touch more on later, but this is a program that offers a series of free workshops that University of Waterloo students can attend to learn more about leadership. Everybody is welcome, regardless of whatever experience you have with leadership. And these workshops include activities, self-assessments, and discussions. And if you complete all of the workshops, you will receive a certificate to recognize your achievements, and you can use this in your resume and on job applications. So it's super beneficial. We also have student government positions at Renison. So RASC is a student government composed of undergraduate Renison co-registered students who take courses on campus, and they advocate for the needs of its members and enhance their members' academic and social experiences. We also have one for residents, where our residents elect a student government to deal with issues affecting those living at Renison, and this is called Renisix. So they also plan events, and they act as a voice for the residents concerning community living. Renison offers a number of co-op positions for any students who are studying in a co-op program. So there are some offered in the ELI Institute, including my current co-op as a peer leader and programs assistant. And there are other positions available in marketing and recruitment. For instance, my past co-op was a marketing and recruitment assistant. Residence also offers employment positions for students wanting to be a part of the Renison Student Life team, including a Renison Residence Life peer leader. And there are also a number of positions available for previous ELI students who are now studying at the University of Waterloo, including being a peer helper in any of the programs. And finally, we have residence offered here at Renison. So Renison is centrally located at the University of Waterloo campus with just over 100 residents from all of the faculties. Renison has become known for its small, intimate, and family-like community of residents, making it a super ideal place for incoming students who are transitioning to university life. Renison offers both single room and double room accommodations. And in this fall, you also can get a double room to your own, from my knowledge, due to COVID reasons. So you can look more into that as well. And you can benefit from the number of opportunities available, including scholarships, because of this inclusive environment.
So next, we're going to be talking about the Writing and Communication Center. So the Writing and Communication Center is an academic support unit that supports the students, staff, and faculty as they build communication excellence at the University of Waterloo. The staff there can support you on any writing or communication assignment about any topic for any program for both graduate and undergraduate students. They offer workshops on a variety of communication-related topics throughout the term, such as Academic Writing Foundation, Clarity in Scientific Writing, and Grammar Studio Series. All of the workshop material are available and accessible format through Learn website. The Writing Center also provides students with different learning resources, such as the assignment planner, writing process, or how to structure and organize your writing. Last but not least, there is an English conversation circle where it is an interactive online program for undergraduate and graduate students who are looking to talk to other students and feel confident in their English conversation skill. The program is facilitated by the Friendly Writing Advisor and run for 6 weeks through the Microsoft team. Students are assigned to a small group and will meet virtually once a week over a 6-week period for facilitate discussion on a different topic related to life in Canada. Another one we're going to be talking about is called the Center for Korean Action, or CCA. This location is where it supports all students, alumni, and employees. Career advisor there can help with career planning, career management strategy, graduate and professional school preparation, work search method, and setting meaningful career goal. Specifically, they offer co-op shortcut on how to help the student to be prepared for the first work term. They also offer same-day drop-in for resume, cover letter, and interview topic for all undergraduate, master, and PhD students. Additionally, they also offer a career appointment for a variety of topics, including the work search strategy, appointment for help with further education planning, and also application. Next, at Waterloo, you are welcome to become a research assistant. So if you are planning or even just thinking about applying to a master program or any type of graduate school, then 2 things you will undoubtedly need is a research experience and a reference letter. Working in a university laboratory can provide you with both, where you will gain experience in basic laboratory technique, and you will also be able to meet professors who will know you so well enough to write you a reference letter. Most undergraduate students who are working in the science research lab will likely to be preparing for cultural, sample, setup experiment, and general lab maintenance. This will give you experience with the basic technique and procedure that will prepare you in for your future research. You can also participate in research during your undergraduate study by volunteering with a professor in the lab, which is the most common way students get their research experience. There's also course-based where you can take courses for credit while having the opportunity to learn how research is done by working in the research program of a faculty member. You can also choose to do your co-op in some of the research lab where students are getting paid while having experience to work in the lab.
All right. Next up, we're going to talk about some international opportunities. So you have access to international advisors. If you need advising on your study permit, work permit, visas, you can reach out to Luann. She is the International Experience Advisor at Renison's International Office, also known as RIO. So RIO offers immigration advising and support for international students in the ELI department, also who are looking to study here. So going off of that, immigration advising. We have an immigration consultant who you can meet with virtually. After you complete your language program, you'll have access to our student success office and also an immigration consultant. These consultants are happy to assist you during your time at the University of Waterloo. They're free and confidential, and they can answer questions about study permits, working on and off campus, co-op work permits, temporary visas, travel authorizations, work permits, and more. So you're welcome to reach out to those. We also have an international work study program, which is designed to provide part-time on-campus work experience for full-time international undergraduate students with financial need. So you can apply to the International Work Study Program if you're an international student with a valid study permit. You're registered in an undergraduate program. You have a minimum of 60% course load. Fees are arranged or paid in full. You're in satisfactory academic standing and have a valid SIN number before working. So these jobs pay minimum wage or higher, and so you can earn up to $2,000 per term, including vacation pay and benefits, and a working maximum of 10 hours per week. There's also studying abroad as an option. So the University of Waterloo is committed to educating students to succeed in the global economy and encourage you to internationalize your degree. Studying abroad includes exchanges, short-term programs, or internships. That can be an opportunity for you to step outside of your comfort zone and expand your worldview and support the development of intercultural competence and other transferable skills. So if something like working abroad, studying abroad, either of those or something that interests you, you can find more information on the University of Waterloo website. We also have a number of leadership opportunities available to you. So as discussed a little bit before, we have the Student Leadership Program. It's a free leadership development program available to you to help you enhance your leadership skills while engaging with the University of Waterloo community. The program has been designed so that all students can participate, no matter your leadership experience or whether or not you're in a leadership role currently. Participating in these programs will allow you to explore and enhance your leadership knowledge through interactive workshops facilitated by student leaders, exercise and demonstrate your leadership skills by getting involved with the University of Waterloo in a leadership role, and identify and learn how to reflect and reflect on your leadership skills that you have. We also have volunteer opportunities for ELI students. So there are a number of opportunities for students studying in our ELI programs to develop their language and leadership skills through volunteering. These include being a part of ELI vlog team, volunteer team, iBase rep teams, the ELI newsletter, the EFAS Student Council volunteers, and there are also opportunities for students after completing their ELI programs to volunteer with ELI programs in the future, including being rep peer leaders, peer helpers, international social volunteers, conversation partner program volunteers as well. And finally, we have mentorships and peer programs. So peer mentorship programs can connect you with upper year mentors who act as non-judgmental and very approachable and knowledgeable first resource and support system for you. So we have many peer programs here at Waterloo who are targeted at groups of students seeking specific types of support. So the SSO also provides training opportunities for students who are interested in these leadership roles. You would go through the foundational training program for peer leaders, and it provides you an opportunity for undergraduate and graduate students to develop core skills for working in a peer-to-peer program at the University of Waterloo. All right, next up we have co-op opportunities at Waterloo. So what is co-op? Co-op lets you explore careers and gain paid work experience while earning your university degree. As a co-op student at Waterloo, you'll normally alternate between 4 months in school and 4 months as a full-time employee of the organization that you're hired to work for. Waterloo's co-op program is an amazing way to successfully learn how to interview for jobs, see how your degree relates to real-life problems, graduate with up to 2 years of valuable experience, and a way to help you out financially and make some money. Co-op at Waterloo has over 7,000 employers. So our network of co-op employers is the largest of any university in North America. More employers mean a greater range of jobs that you can apply to. So you'll have 4 to 6 co-ops per you're studying here at the University of Waterloo. You'll earn up to $18,000 per work term in Canada, depending on your job. So you can make money for school and gain experience at the same time, graduate with less debt. Waterloo students have smaller student loans and are more successful at paying them back. You can develop skills for your future, learn how to identify your strengths, and develop skills essential for future careers. So Waterloo's co-op program involves a real-world job application process that prepares you for what you'll experience in the real world once you graduate. So very simply, you apply to jobs, you have your interview with employers, and then you go into a process that matches students and employers based on their preference. UW will support you as well during your work term. So before your first work term, you'll take a Waterloo professional development course to guide you through the co-op process. Career advisors will help you with job search strategies, creating a resume, practicing for interviews, and figuring out your career interests. And you'll also be assigned a specific co-op advisor who can help you with the co-op process and offer you some support during your work terms.
Additionally, there's different faculty. They also have their own faculty ambassador team, where the faculty ambassador are a group of student volunteer leaders who represent the faculty and the university at the several recruitment events throughout the year. So the ambassador offer their personal perspective on what it is like to be a current student, help to answer any question related to the Waterloo faculty that they are representing, and ultimately help future students decide if the faculty is a good fit for them. Ambassadors have a powerful impact with compassion, tact, and intelligence. They help the future student through what it may be very well one of the most important decisions on their life. The team will be available to prospective undergraduate students to provide them with a personal, engaging, informational, and positive connection to their programs of interest, the faculty, and also the University of Waterloo. They will also participate in on and off-campus recruitment event as a lead volunteer, tour guide, presenter, or student panel member, such as, for example, at the Ontario University Fair or the Fall Open House or March Break Open House. Ambassador will also help with additional recruitment initiatives such as calling campaign, note rating campaign, and also visit high school. This is a great way to get to know the faculty and the staff, such as at the recruitment event where you'll be able to meet and connect with the professor and all that are connected with the faculty. It is also a great way to gain a valuable leadership and communication experience while studying at the University of Waterloo.
All right, so we're a little ahead of schedule, but I think I saw Lauren here. If you'd like to do the athletics presentation.
Sure.
All right, sounds good. So we have a guest speaker from athletics here to talk about the different opportunities available to you through athletics at Waterloo. So take it away, Lauren.
Okay, hold on. It's just, I may need to rejoin the meeting just so I can share my screen. So just give me a second.
No problem. We're ahead of schedule, don't worry. All right, awesome. And as I said, we're ahead of schedule, so feel free to take your time with this presentation.
Perfect. And everyone can see that?
Yep, looks good.
Perfect. All right, everyone. So my name is Lauren Habman, and I am from Athletics and Recreation. I am the sports marketing co-op for this term. So if you want to get involved with athletics or stay connected, you can go to our main athletics website, which is gowarriorsgo.ca. You can also follow us on social media, so Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. You can download our Warrior Rec app, which has program schedules, facility hours, or any other types of events that may be happening. And you can also sign up for our Warrior Insider, which is our newsletter that goes out every 2 weeks, and it has information on what's going on in athletics. So Recently, we just shared that everything's reopening, so you'll get all of that kind of information in there. So our facilities, we have two of them. So we have the Physical Activities Complex, or PAC, and then Columbia Ice Fields, or CIF. So at PAC, we have 2 gyms, 4 squash courts, a swimming pool, activity areas, warrior zone, and 2 fitness centers. PAC is still under construction, but it's coming close to being done. So there will be eventually like a rock climbing wall, a multi-level fitness center area, some more studios. So that is coming along soon. But right now the squash courts and the pool are open in PAC, and that's it. At CIF, we have the arena, 3 gyms, fitness studio, ball diamond, warrior field, disc golf, 5 outdoor grass fields, fitness center, field house, and we also have beach volleyball courts there. Pretty much everything is open in CIF right now. So for our reopening updates, all of our indoor facilities are open. PAC is still closed due to construction, except for the swimming pool and squash courts. Reservations are required, and you must have a TAP walk card. If you are wondering about what the procedures are, you can go to the link on the screen, which is gowarriorsgo.ca/facility reopening. We have some videos there, and it'll walk you through what is required. So currently open is our disc golf course. We have outdoor fitness classes on Warrior Field, outdoor personal training on Warrior Field, continuation of online programming, intramural tournaments. We have open rack badminton, basketball, swimming, fitness center, and squash courts. And if you ever want to know what else is going to open up, you can go to gowarriorsgo.ca/spring 2021. Now, I did say that reservations are required. So if you want to know how to book that, you go to warrior.uwaterloo.ca. Click on either squash and pool reservations or facility access reservations. So it's one of those two. They are directly beside each other. And then scroll to find the correct facility that you want to book. So if you want to book for open rack badminton, you would just click on CIF Gym 1 badminton, and then select the day and time that you want to book. So you just click register. You're going to fill out the waiver. The COVID questions are now gone. You just have to do the campus check-in and show the green check mark to our facility staff before you start your booking, and then you're good to go. And then you just add to your cart and check out. So it is pretty simple. The reason why we're doing reservations is just to help with our capacity limits, and then make sure that we don't have large crowds or a large amount of people in the same space at a time. That being said, so that was all of our indoor stuff. We are still continuing with online programming, and we have been since last spring. So that was our Healthy Warriors at Home program. And you can see what's all available online at gowarriorsgo.ca/online rec. There is a variety of programs, and those programs include fitness classes, personalized nutrition. These are all free, except for intramural esports. We developed this program to help stay involved with our students, faculty, and staff while we were all at home, but to also keep everyone, active and healthy, and just show that we are here. We're doing what we can. So our online programs we have on-demand fitness classes. These can be watched at any time. They're not live. So if you miss a class, say, you can watch it whenever you want. If you don't want to watch it at 4 p.m. today, but you want to watch it at 2 p.m. tomorrow, that's okay. You can do it whenever. You can also rewatch them. So if you liked one class particularly well, you can watch it again tomorrow. So that's what's really nice about those. We also have health and mindfulness webinars, personalized nutrition plans, personal training consultations, small group training, and then brain breaks. Brain breaks are new this year. They're just kind of developed to help you take a break during your day. So they're not very long. I believe they're less than 5 minutes roughly. And it's just to, take your mind off of whether you're working from home or you're doing school. They just give you that little bit of a break during your day. So our programming areas within recreation includes aquatics, clubs, first aid, instructional, fitness and wellness, strength and conditioning, and intramurals. So right now, all of this is happening except for instructional programming. So we just didn't have that going on at all during COVID. Hopefully that will be able to start up soon, but that's just what's not going on. Everything else is running. It just looks a little different. Intramurals, it's now tournament based. It's not a full term of games, just because of when we reopened, we weren't able to fit that all in to the rest of the term. First aid is happening. It's just starting up a little bit slower. Clubs, we just have not as many running right now, but it is also the spring term, so we don't see as many running in the spring term. In the fall, I expect to see more of them running. Aquatics, we don't have any swimming lessons going on right now. We just have our rec swim times. Fitness and wellness, we do have, it's just Zumba, yoga, and then HIIT classes. That's all that's running right now. But strength and conditioning, we do have personal trainers, and you can do that like one-on-one, or you can do it in a small group, whatever you feel comfortable with. We do also have part-time job opportunities available, and we are hiring right now. So if you are interested in working with the Warriors, you can go to gowarriors.ca/jobs. They hire co-op students. They also hire part-time students. So my role right now is a co-op job, but they do hire part-time students for working at the front desk at either PAC or CIF. So that is an opportunity. They also do intramural scorekeepers or referees. You could be a lifeguard if you have that, a fitness instructor. So there is quite a bit of opportunities there as well. And then you can earn a little bit of extra money to help, with some spending if you want, or to help with paying for school. For open recreation, so we have in all of our areas pretty much open recreation. So for aquatics, we have fitness and rec swims. We aren't offering women's only swims right now, just because our time in the pool is a little bit limited. So we're just doing fitness and rec swims, and you just show up, you make your reservation, then show up at that time. The arena, we did have open rec skate in the fall and winter. We're just not offering it right now. Hopefully again in the fall we'll be able to. In the CIF gyms, right now we're just doing badminton and basketball. In the past, pre-COVID, we did do some other sports if there was interest for that. And again, pre-COVID, we also had open rec studio. Right now, we're just not doing that because in CIF, they're being used for other programming, and in PAC, they are currently closed due to construction. And then we have the fitness center open pretty much all day, and you just make your reservation and then you can go. No, sorry. I did know that you guys were interested in intramurals. So like I said, this term does look a little bit different than previous terms, but at least we were able to offer something. So we are doing a tournament style. I believe registration might still be open for this weekend's tournaments. So we're offering 7v7 soccer, beach volleyball, ultimate, and spike ball. But in previous terms, we have offered ball hockey, basketball, bubble soccer, disc golf, dodgeball, flag football, ice hockey, slow pitch, soccer, squash, and volleyball. The reason why this term just looks a little different and it has to be a tournament style is because we didn't get the green light to open up to do actual gameplay until middle of July, basically. So that kind of delayed us a little bit. But hopefully in the fall, we'll be able to offer some more. But our sports do change every term based on the season that we're in. We're not going to be able to offer beach volleyball in the middle of winter just because that's outdoors. So that does change. And it also depends on how many students we have. So in the spring term, we generally have less students on campus, so we don't offer as many intramurals. But the fall and winter when we have more students, so that's when we see more sports being offered. for our Varsity Athletics. So we do have 31 different varsity teams. There is free admission to all regular season home games. You can check our varsity website for events, schedules, and results, and you can check out a promotional game. So fall schedules have been announced, and I just got word that we can have fans there. We are just not sure what it's going to look like. So just kind of stay tuned for that. We're hoping we'll have some more clear answers soon, but varsity games will start in September. So that is very exciting. We haven't had that in quite a while now. And don't forget to just stay connected to athletics. So either sign up for our insider or follow us on social media and check out our gowarriorsgo.ca website. And that is it from me.
Awesome. Thank you, Lauren. Thanks for coming. That's super cool. So if you stick around, you might get some questions at our Q&A period here at the end.
Sounds good.
So if anybody has any questions, keep them in mind. We're going to have a question and answer period here coming up in about 15 minutes once we have another guest speaker. I believe she's here. Let's check.
Hello,
Oh.
is that me?
Yep, that's you. Go ahead, take the floor so you can introduce yourself.
Yes, hello. I am Catherine. I am the Vice President Student Life at the Waterloo Undergraduate Students Association, and I'm going to share my screen. If you all can see that. Really should. I should have thought this part through before I got started. It's been a long time since I used PowerPoint and not
I think you go to slideshow. Go to slideshow.
slideshow. I have to move all the things. Okay. Thank you. It's been
You're
a long
welcome.
time. Okay. Awesome. So I'm here to talk about today the Waterloo Undergraduate Student Association, which all undergraduate students at Waterloo are part of automatically. It's the student union, basically, and we call it WUSA for short. So WUSA, the main function is we represent students. So we do advocacy to the university and to provincial and federal governments. So if that's something that you're interested in getting involved with, there are a lot of opportunities there that I'll talk about. And basically we represent student interests and ask for things that will improve the student experience and fight back against things that we think are detrimental to students. So it's a really important function that basically gives us a voice as students, because one student, there isn't a huge amount of power there, but 40,000 students together, there's a lot of weight behind that. So we do our best to leverage that to improve the student experience as much as we can. And one of the ways that we do that is through our societies. So WUSA is an umbrella that contains 6 faculty-specific societies that you all can get involved in. There's a lot of social and professional development events, as well as the volunteers who run those events. And there's student government. So there's student councils and there's boards of directors. So there's lots of opportunities that you can get involved there. So there's the Mathematics Society, MathSoc. There's the Engineering Society, which is EngSoc. There's the Art Student Union, which is ASU. There's the health faculty one, which is called Awesome. I think they're reworking the acronym. And then there's the Environment Society, Environment Student Society, and there's one more, Science Society, SciSoc. So there's a lot of really great opportunities there. That's where I sort of first started getting involved there. As a first year, I got involved with the Mathematics Society Student Council, and that's where I made a lot of friends and ended up sort of continuing down that until I am where I am now, which is an executive at the overarching WUSA. So it's a really great opportunity for you to meet people within your faculty, people who have the same interest in, like giving back to the community, doing things related to advocacy or running events or all of that good stuff. So I'd highly encourage you to check that out. once you have an opportunity to. And WUSA is funded and controlled entirely by students. So that's by a couple of different student bodies that are all sat on by student volunteers. So Students Council is a group of elected students. So you too can join Students Council. And same with the Board of Directors. Board of Directors is also students that are chosen to sit there. And that's where you have the opportunity to give back to the student union, and you can make decisions about where we put our money, what type of things we prioritize, what decisions we make about like stances that we take on all those levels that we do advocacy at. And it's a really, really great opportunity, again, to meet people who are also interested in giving back to the community and having your voice heard. And you can also do that even if you don't want to commit to a volunteer position. So we have general meetings once a year, and that's where we make really big decisions, again, about the student union. And it's funded by students. So you pay into this union that represents you and looks out for you and does a lot of other great things for you. So you should definitely come to general meetings. It's again, a great opportunity to meet people and get involved and have your voice heard with this student association that represents you. We also provide a lot of jobs for students, and this is maybe something that some of you are more immediately interested in. So we have loads of full-time and part-time positions in lots of different types of areas. So we have positions in campus life, so event related, clubs related, services related, such as with our student service coordinators. We have lots of part-time jobs in food and retail outlets, if that's what you're interested in, and a lot of more specific jobs in areas like marketing and research, advocacy. So there's something for everybody. So if you're looking for a part-time job, look to WUSA. And at the bottom of all these slides, I have a website. You can find everything at wusa.ca. These are just individual pages that we have that link directly to these things that you might be interested in. WUSA also supports all of the student-led campus life on campus. So we support all of the clubs that you can join, as well as provide lots of services. We help to support special events like orientation and WUSA Welcome Week at the beginning of every term, as well as lots of other special events throughout each school term. I'll talk a little bit more about each of those. So WUSA has over 250 clubs and growing. We approve new clubs every term, and absolutely anybody can join, lead, or start a club. We try to keep that process as frictionless as possible. So if you want to join a club and it doesn't exist, you can start it. And if you do find a club that you want to join, you can join. There's no limit on how many clubs you can join. There's no limit on who can lead the club. There's no limit on, how involved you can be in a club. And if you're not sure you want to commit to a club, it's fine. You can just join them, and you don't have to do everything that they do. Every club is a little bit different, so you can sort of bounce around and just find a club that you really enjoy being in. So for instance, for myself, I found my way into the UW A Cappella Club, and that's where I found a really great community for me. I know people who have found fantastic communities in places that you might not even expect, like the chess club. So it's a lot of people say that clubs are a really great way to meet people who have similar interests, and that's absolutely true. So I'd highly recommend checking out our clubs. They are the heart and soul of what gives students community on this campus. WUSA also runs a bunch of services. So we fulfill unmet needs of students. So we look around campus and we say, okay, these are the things that the university is doing for students, and these are things that students need, but we don't actually see happening. And then we create services to fill those gaps. And we have some services that are run by staff and some services that are run by student employees and volunteers. So for instance, some pictures here I have from left to right. I have the food support service, as well as RAISE, which is our racial support service, as well as the bike center on the right. We have a service that does bike related things because that's something that students wanted. So this is a list of our what we call our student run services. So these are ones that are coordinated by student employees. So there's a list of them there. We have services that provide peer support and community. We have services that provide social opportunities. like off-campus community for students who are not living in residence, but would like that sort of dawn experience. We have Co-op Connection, which helps to connect students who are on co-op in similar areas. We have a center that helps with academic policy support, and we have those support centers that I mentioned, like the Women's Center and the Glow Center and RAISE, and MATES provides peer support. And of course, we have ICSN, which is the International and Canadian Student Network. And their goal is to connect international students and exchange students and Canadian students together through things like trips. And usually they'll run this fantastic trip down to Niagara Falls, and they'll run loads of other events like that that allow you to meet new people and connect with them. And they also work in conjunction with the Student Success Office of the university to run workshops like filing your taxes and finding off-campus housing. So they're a really, really fantastic resource. All of the WUSA services you as a student can access. You can just access them. You don't have to do anything. You can just shoot them an email and they will help you out. If you really like the community and you want to get more involved, you can volunteer with them. And there are applications that go up for that every single term. So you can get more involved, but you don't have to volunteer to access them. So they're there for you as a student every single day of the year. We also run other services. So these are services that you'll see around the Student Life Center, which is basically the hub of where WUSA operates out of on campus, and really where a lot of student-led student life lives. So we operate some food outlets like Wasabi Sushi and International News, and we have a turnkey desk that sells tickets. And if you lose your keys or something, you can come to turnkey desk and people know to drop lost things off there. We also run a health and dental plan for students. We have a used textbook store. We run the UPass, which allows you to use the public transit. So these are all ways that WUSA helps you stay involved with your community, helps you find community on campus. And a lot of these also offer part-time jobs for students. So there's a little bit of something for everybody. And we run other special events. So we run parts of orientation, of course, as well as WUSA Welcome Week, which is at the beginning of every term. There's a week where we just run events and you can come out and meet people that you haven't seen before and come out with your friends or to find new friends. We have events all throughout the term. Some of our classics, we have Sex Toy Bingo and Cultural Caravan, and loads of other things. And besides the events that WUSA runs, our clubs and services and societies, they all run events all the time. I would challenge you to find a day where there isn't something happening on campus that you can go to. They're all over the place, and there's always something to do if you want to find something. So you can learn more about all the different opportunities you can find throughout the term, different ways that you can get involved. Right now on the WUSA website, you can see at the top there that there are tabs with all the different ways that you can interact with WUSA. And this is the Get Involved page. So you can see there our clubs, our jobs and volunteer opportunities, orientation, student bodies like council and board. And every term we also really like to appreciate our volunteers through awards and having a volunteer appreciation event. We know that volunteers in different areas of the organization really become quite a tight-knit group because you're hanging out with people who have the same interest as you all the time. And it's a really, really great way to, I've said this like 100 times, but it's a really great way to meet people and find community that you enjoy being with here on campus, because we know that that's hard without, a guiding hand in there pushing people toward the same place. So we really try to do that. And that's my job, really. My job is to try and improve student life. And I think that the biggest way that we can do that is by helping students find community, helping them find people that they connect with. So that's wusa.ca, nice and short and sweet. This slide kind of looks like a watermelon, but it's fine. And then you can also follow us on social media. if you're able to. And that's at Your WUSA on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. But everything important you will be able to find on our website. So I highly encourage you to check it out, bookmark it, come back every once in a while to see if there are opportunities, part-time jobs, volunteer chances that you're interested in. Yeah, that's my spiel. And I'm happy to take any questions now or later.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Catherine. Super interesting. Definitely learned a lot through that. Hopefully all of you did as well. So we have one more thing to share, and then we're going to open up to a Q&A for any of the speakers here today. All right, so I just want to make all of you aware that there are a number of online resources and websites that you can access that the university has in place to offer you a really smooth time here at the university. So just a few examples of these is the What Safe app, which allows you to take an active role in your personal safety and security. There's the Athletics and Rec app, which allows you to stay up to date with athletic opportunities. Waterloo Learn gives you access to your courses and in contact with your professors. Cisco allows you to have video calls with your classmates to work on group projects. Waterloo Works gives you the opportunity to search for jobs while on co-op or other opportunities as well. Leads is where you can apply for jobs to work at the University of Waterloo as a student. Portal includes features to help our students stay connected, whether they're studying on or off campus. And as you can see, there's even more available to you. So you can check those out on the websites as well. All right, so we're going to open up the floor to questions. Feel free to ask them to Lauren, Catherine, or your peer leaders here. And you can put them in the chat or turn your mic on, and we will go until there are no questions. So feel free to take your time and speak up.
I just had one question about joining the clubs. So we can join the clubs start like right now or starting September?
The clubs, they run year-round every term. It's up to every club if they run during specific term. So there's a chance that some clubs, will be running in fall term but aren't running right now. But yes, you can join them anytime. A lot of the times if you go to wusa.ca/clubs, you can search a clubs listing and basically find like the names of all the clubs. And then you can basically just find their emails and hit them up and be like, hey, I'd like to join your club. And yeah, basically any club you can join at any point.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Awesome. Good question, Daniel. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll give it a couple minutes here to see if anyone has any. We'll give it one more minute. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or speak up. We will try our best to answer them.
Yeah, and if you don't think of a question now, but think of one later, speaking only for WUSA, of course, you can, there's contact info on the WUSA website, or you can email me at vpsl@wusa.ca. and we are more than happy to answer any questions.
All right, it doesn't look like we've got too many questions today. That's okay. If the guest speakers would like to put their emails in the chat, I'm going to put mine there as well. If anybody has any questions, you can email any of the guest speakers or myself or Lucky. And there you go. You can copy those emails that are in the chat. So if you think of anything, feel free to send us an email. And thank you to our guest speakers for coming out today. It's awesome. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
Have a good day.
All
You
right.
too. Take
Bye,
care.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.